Let's go. All right. So, welcome everybody. This is your Riman orientation. I just want to firstly say congratulations. You are officially a planner. That's what you're called. And you have access now to a global brand, incredible products, and a business system that is already built for you. How fun is that? Your website is built for you, your back office is built for you, all of your marketing materials are ready for you, and we're going to check out exactly where all of these things live so that you know how to navigate your business effortlessly. So let's start here. So our agenda tonight is simple. Of course, we're welcoming you to the Remont family. So welcome home, everybody. You are supported, you are equipped, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be. So the cool thing is that you don't need to know everything today. Really, it's just taking the next step. And that's what this step is right here. What you're going to learn on this call is everything that you need to keep going. And we're going to show you how to do it simple, just really, really simple and confidently. And we've got a game plan for you here tonight, too. And then you can also see the simple system that we have in place for you where you can just plug and play. And that's the cool thing about what Riemann has for us is that we provide leverage for you and your business. Okay, so when I heard the Riemann story, I was blown away. In fact, it almost felt like it was a fairy tale because it was so good. And so you probably have already heard the Riemann story. I don't think we could hear it enough because it is so good. So I'm going to walk you through it really, really quick. So Riemann was established in Korea in 2018, the most competitive beauty market into the world. And what did we do there? In a very, very short amount of time, we did over 2.3 billion in revenue. And you guys, that was just in South Korea. If you're not familiar with the size of South Korea, it's about the size of Indiana. It has 50 million people. And look at what we did in such a short amount of time. We also became the number one rated K beauty brand in the world and basically sold over 40 million bottles in, again, that short period of time. We've done a lot since then. We launched in North America in 2023, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Mexico, Malaysia, Singapore. You guys, the list is long. We are rapidly expanding globally. I want to say that we are launching new markets. It feels like, at least for me anyway, every single week. And so now's the time. It's a really, really great time to be here because we truly are still just getting started, and you get to be part of all of it. So Riman didn't just create products. We rethought the entire business model from the philosophy to the products to the pricing to the compensation plan to the people. And you guys, this is why it works for people at every single stage. Whether you are brand new here, you've never done anything like this before. And if that's you, will you put me into the chat just so that we know that we've all been where you are. We've all been in your shoes, or maybe you're experienced. Again, it doesn't matter here. We've got you, and we're gonna take your business to the next level. It really just depends on you. So let's talk a little bit about your support system. I'm gonna pull the chat up so I can see you guys. All right. And we're gonna start with Remon.com. This is your go-to place for all things, including where you'll shop as well. So what I love about this is that you have your very own website. It's already built for you. You don't have to update it. You don't have to do anything. You mainly just log in and everything runs through here. This is where you're going to enroll your customers. You have your very own link that you're going to be able to share with people that want to purchase products from you. And then you also have your own enrollment link. This is for people that want to partner with you in business. This is, again, where you order your own products as well. And this is also where you're going to manage your business. And this is where all of your tools and all of your resources live as well. So let's take a little deep dive into what's called Riemann My Office, because from here, your website, right here, you're going to be able to access also your back office. This is your business dashboard, and you're going to use the same email, the same password. You don't have to memorize all these different passwords. And this is what you're going to see here. You're going to see your commissions, your rank progress, your customers, your team, your reports. Everything is all in one place. Now, the cool thing about this is that if you are brand new, you literally log in, go to your back office, and you can see daily exactly what the game plan is. Where are you and what's next? And how do you get there? It's all here. It's very gamified. And so it does make this business really, really fun too. So you can also, of course, customize this as well. You have your very own personal mall. This is, again, is your online storefront and it's already built for you. And here you're going to find your customer shopping link, your enrollment link that you're going to share with others, and your social share link. That's my favorite one. My favorite one to share across the board is the social share link. It's actually really pretty as well when you share it on social media. And also the ability to create custom shopping bags. This is one of my favorite parts. So if I have somebody and they're like, Chris, you just tell me what you used. I just want to purchase what you use. That's really easy for me because I can literally just create a shopping cart. I can put the products that are my favorites in there and then create a link and send it. You guys, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. You literally create the bag, you give it a name, select the products, put them in there, copy the link, done. So that makes it really, really fun for people where, and also effortless, where they don't have to go in and try to search for products. You can now customize these shopping bags for them as well. All right, marketing materials. Yes, we've done all of that for you as well, and this is located in the Drive. So how do you get there? So when you log into your website, you're going to have a lot of different places that you can go. One of them, of course, your back office, and then of course you can see like where you put in your personal information. But you're also going to have a place where you're going to go to your business and you're going to go to tools. And here is where all of your marketing materials live. Product information, your social content, your tools. If you guys want Riman logos for maybe graphics that you want to make yourself, videos, this presentation lives in there. Every single thing that you need for your business is going to be found here in the Drive, which is fantastic. So launching your business is really, really important. It's one of the first things to do, that I would say to do before you do anything else, because writing down your goals, knowing why you're here and why you're what you're doing, you guys, that's what's going to keep you here for the long game. And people that are here for the long game are the ones that are going to make the most money. That's just how it is. So this is how you're going to launch your business. This right here is found in the Drive. So you're going to see it underneath all of your business tools. And you're going to write down your short-term goals, your long-term goals. Why did you say yes? Why are you sitting here right now today on this call? And I want you to really, really dream big here, because the beautiful thing about this business model is that the sky is the limit. There's no ceiling. And here's the thing. Most people, they don't quit because they're incapable. They quit because they're unclear. And when you're clear, you're going to continue to move forward. And so this is one of the things, again, that I feel is the most important, because it's going to keep you moving on the days when maybe you're tired, when maybe you don't feel like it. And I know for me, just knowing my why and the reason why I'm doing this, that fuels me every single day. And it makes the business so fun too, because you're working towards these amazing goals. All right, I think, is this where I hand it off? I can't remember. Why can't I remember? All right, so this is again, knowing your why is really, really important. I think this is my part still. Just knowing again what it is, why you're doing what you're doing. Is this still mine? Tim, somebody help me.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So now I can dive in a little bit more. So, I want you guys to think about three things. What do you want over the next 3 to 6 months? And really think about that. What do you want over the next 3 to 6 months? And I know for me, when I first started, my goal was director as soon as possible. And because I knew that that's where the compensation plan really, really opened up. And so I created the game plan to help me get there. So what did I do? I put the date of when did I want to hit manager? When did I want to hit senior manager? When was I going to hit team leader? When was I going to hit director? And those dates were circled on the calendar. And you're going to be blown away that when you put a date on the calendar and you set those goals, how things happen, doors open, and it's mind blowing how close you're going to be able to hit those goals according to the date that you have circled. And so just know that you don't have to have this all figured out today. You just need to have a reason to the reason that's strong enough to get started. So, okay. This is not my part. So now I'm going to hand the baton over to our next speaker. I'm so excited. This was actually my first time really getting to meet her. I did briefly see her in Costa Rica. We just all got back from an incentive trip that we all earned. And Linda is a retired educator. You guys, she was in education for 30 years. She doesn't even look like she's 30. I just found out today that she's 53, and I'm treating her like she's this young little, like my daughter. She looks amazing. She's a team leader here with Riman as well. And she is going to share her Riman story with all of you.
Thank you so much, Christy, and thank you so much for all that very pertinent information. I want to encourage all of you to make sure that you join these calls more than once, especially if you're just starting off with a company. I remember doing that myself. I probably got on like 10 or 15 calls until I got it. And so, I want to thank you all for, allowing this opportunity for everybody here today. My name is Linda Hernandez. I am a team leader with K Collective, and I am so genuinely glad to welcome you into the Riman family today. I want y'all to know that what you're stepping into isn't just skincare and it isn't just a business, but it's a journey, a definite journey. I can promise you that because it's the journey that changed my life. And I want to say skin and beyond. Um, I spent 30 years as a high school educator, and I'm a retired choir director. And when people ask, do I sing? Yes, I sing. When I finally left the classroom, I had just come through a major weight loss journey. And for the first time in a long time, I was paying real attention to myself. I was in my 50s. I was looking for that skincare that actually worked. And I'd heard about Korean skincare, but I had never tried it. And I'd already tried plenty of products that promised zero results and that didn't deliver. And one evening, I came across a beautiful Erin Reel. She was talking about her skin, and I loved what I saw, and I reached out to buy. And when she asked me if I wanted to be a customer or build a business, I said business. I mean, and the reason why I said it, I'm going to be real honest, is because who turns down a good discount, right? And I had zero intention of selling anything. I promise. I was not going to sell it. I was not going to buy it. But I signed up as a planner without a second thought. I just did it. And 10 months later, I was a team leader. And it's been the best decision of this chapter of my life. And when I tried Remon, I saw in 3 days what honestly 2 years of other products had not given me. I had tried everything. By day two, I had that glass skin glow. The melasma that I had on my face was fading. Well, I have a lot of freckles, but a few of my freckles had lightened. And, I realized then that this wasn't surface level. It was real stuff. It was legit. Okay. And as I learned more, I just realized how it's just built on real innovation, true innovation. And what surprised me most is that it didn't stop at my skin. My confidence grew. I went without makeup for days and days. And to this day, when I wear makeup, I do wear the Rimmon makeup. It's like it just doesn't feel like I should be wearing anything on my face. And I could not have said that right prior to joining this beautiful company. Um, and I wanted everybody to feel that. So I started sharing it. I shared it with my mom, my dad, my brother, his family, my husband, my daughter, my friends, and they all were able to experience the Riemann difference. And it just to talk a little bit about the why I chose to share. What started as one-on-ones with people that I already knew turned into glow ups, right? We call them K-pop ups, and this happened with people that I had actually never met in my life, and that's when it all clicked. It never was just my story, but it was now going to be everyone else's story, and it was waiting to happen. I could have kept this to myself, but when something genuinely changes you, how many of you can say you want to share it with the whole world? And so Riemann gave me a way to do just that, to help people feel better in their own skin, to build their confidence, and in some cases, hand them a business opportunity that changes their future too. And everyone needs this, right? Not everyone has realized it yet, but that's where we come in, right? That's our moment. And I do want to leave you with one thing that changed everything for me and in the way that I think. I need you to just come in this thought with me for a moment. It's not about selling. It's about offering an experience. And if you think about your business that way, I promise you, you're going to succeed. We know that nobody connects with a pitch, right? People connect with a moment. They connect with the moment that they actually see and feel something. And so when they feel what Riemann is and what it can do for them, then that's where that relationship starts. And you start thinking about selling less, but more of just letting people experience it, and then the rest just takes care of itself. And if there's one thing I'd ask you to lead with above everything else, it's passion. It's not a script, it's not a technique, but it's passion. People can tell the difference between someone going through the motions and someone who genuinely believes in what they're offering. So it's really important going into this business that you lead with that first, and the product knowledge and the systems and the results, they just all follow. And so, in closing, and before I pass it on, I just want to say today, as you start your own Remont journey, remember that you're not just a planner. You're someone who can hand someone else their confidence back. And that's not a small thing, it's nothing to be taken lightly. 30 years in a classroom taught me something that I certainly did not expect to carry into this. The job title changes, but the work of helping somebody believe in themselves, that never changes. And to this day, I'm still teaching. So don't ever underestimate your own story, right? Mine is simple, but it's my story, right? And so someone out there is waiting to hear your story. And when they do, it just might be exactly what changes things for them. So just know you're stepping into a brand that's been number one in Korea for 4 years and running, and now it's in your hands. So you need to believe in the product, believe in yourself, and if you have not fully fallen in love with Riman yet, just give it a little minute because I promise that you will. Thank you all so much for the opportunity. I'm so happy for all of you here. And before I close, I do want to introduce someone many of you are going to be learning from right now in this business, Mr. Andy Dell. And he is genuinely successful, right, in his record in direct sales. And right now he's running for director, and he's going to wrap that up before convention. But what stands out most about him is how he leads. He has an amazing heart for work, for people, and his team, and is a true servant. And I'm so glad that you're going to get to know him, and so am I, Mr. Dow.
All right, thanks, Linda. Thanks, Christy. So, everybody, I think it's hard to follow someone like Linda because she speaks and pours everything out, from the heart. Just like everything else that everyone has said, right? Is you got to use the product, you got to try it. You have your own story, then you're going to share it. You share it, then you're going to teach. That's generally how the business works. And before you do anything else, it's about learning and understanding the foundation and the fundamentals that it's going to take you to your business goals. Right. So tonight I have the incredible privilege to share with you all the senior manager game plan. And my job here is just to break it down for you, the numbers, things that you need to do, the requirements, things that keeps you active, and potentially things that will help you earn more and potentially change your lifestyle, right? So a little bit about myself, my professional background is I've been in professional sales now for about 15 years. I've led and managed multiple teams on corporate from Fortune 100 companies, Fortune 1000 companies, and have successful career in that space. But it all started with the skills that I learned from the direct sales industry. I myself, I've actually slept in my car for the summer right after coming out of a 4-year tour in the Marine Corps. I was part of a statistic, if you will. I was a homeless veteran, didn't really have much direction, didn't really know where I was going, didn't know what I was going to do. And, that's where an opportunity fell in my lap. And they told me, as long as you have the will, the desire, the intent on achieving your goals and not taking no's as a correct response, then you're going to be okay. You have to have that grit, you got to have that fire, and you have to stay around people who's about that energy, meaning you're the average of the people around you. And I chose to be around folks that focus on self-development. I focus around, I spent my time around people who are successful, right? If you want to learn success, if you want to be successful, you have to learn about success. If you want to be rich, you have to, be around rich people. If you want to know more about products, be around people who love and have a passion for products, right? So, with that being said, I understood that there's a lot of opportunities out there to earn additional income, but there was something out there that I never knew about. I was always taught to go to school and get a degree and go to work and do my 9 to 5 and spend my 8 hours a day at the office. Little did I know that there's an industry out there where you can leverage different people's skill sets, experience, and most importantly, their time, right? And that's what's being a business owner is about, is leveraging other people's experience and time. And that's what we have here. I basically refer to this as a skincare franchise, is how I think of it, right? We have a system, we have a model that everyone can follow and successfully duplicate. Now, I want to turn your attention to the screen here. This is the senior manager game plan. It's very simple. Anybody who comes on board as a Riman planner or distributor, if you will, you start off at 10%, and then you go from manager to senior manager, where you earn 20 to 30%. Now, in order to achieve these ranks, you have to have accumulate 3,000 sales points in your first 3 months, or you can accumulate 6,000 points in a 3 month time period. And that would give you that 25% and the additional 5% open group senior management commission. Now, we've talked about this at length tonight. And, everything is about goal setting. Everything is about your reasons for doing things, right? You have to put a date on it, because if you don't have a date on it, there's really no end. There's no timeline. There's nothing for you to focus on. You have your day-to-day activities, but how soon do you want to get there? How soon do you want to achieve your goals? And will it mean anything if it takes you 5 years versus taking 1 year? Or the things that you can accomplish. I hear this from Tim a lot. Things that you can accomplish in 1 year, you can do it in 6 months. Things you can do in 6 months, you can do in 3 months. Things you can do in 3 months, you can do in 1 month, right? And of course, it goes down from there. So the main thing here is just to stay focused and have a target to hit. Now, my focus here is really to make sure that you guys understand everything in life, including business, has a GPS, right? You have to have a navigation, a foundation, a game plan, a business plan, a foundation for everything. And this is what I'm going to share with you here, is how do you accumulate the 6,000 sales points that's required to hit the senior manager rank, right? You can do this a number of ways. One is through personal orders. The other one is by introducing this to someone and they become your frontline, first line distributors. Everything that they purchase or their customers purchase will accumulate those 6,000 points. So you want to look at this as not just an individual effort, it can actually be a group effort to get you there. Now, however, this is a lifetime rank. This is why I love the rank of senior managers. This is why, one of the things that gravitated me towards Riman was that I had the ability to skip and bypass the first 2 or 3 levels within the company without having to recruit, without having to go through so many strenuous business and monthly requirements. The only requirements we have here is earning that 6,000 points within a 3 month month period. And then you have 3 active customers, right? So those things are very simple and easy to do. You can actually do that on day one. So if I gave you the option to walk or run to earn 10% or 30% from day one, when you start enjoying the products and sharing this amazing story about the products, your before and after photos, if you have the opportunity to have someone purchase a product and you can earn 10% or 30%, which one would you choose? We're all on this call right now, either because we have tremendous results and we want to consider sharing this business opportunity with other people, or we're on this call right now because we really want to turn this into a real full-time business. And if that's the case, then we got to go with the one that gives you the best benefits, which is the senior manager route. I started as a senior manager from day one. I purchased 6,000 SP from day one, and I started off my business, and it took me a few months to hit team leader. However, I would have to admit to you all that I was at the right time, right place, I didn't take the necessary right actions right away. So for some of us, it may take you a little longer. It may take you, I guess, in a few weeks or even a month, you can accomplish this. I know a few people on this call right now who did this within days of hitting the rank of senior manager. So, with that being said, now how is the commission broken down? You see on the screen here that once you hit 6,000 SP, you can actually earn between 30 to 40% in total earnings. Now, how is that the case? Right? So your personal and first level commission is broken down there. 25% base commission with the additional 5% from all your senior manager open group levels. It's unlimited. And on top of that, you can earn additional percentages from unlocking 4 levels of unilevel by acquiring 1,000 SP and 10 customers. You can earn the additional 5 to 10% on retail, being a top retailer bonus by having 10 to 20 active customers, 2,000 to 4,000 SP that you've accrued, right? Now, rolling on here, I want to give you a clear-cut understanding of how you break this down. Your first level of pay really is based on what we call differential pay. As you know, a planner is at 10%, a senior manager is at 30%. So if you look at the screen here, right, you are earning 30% based on what the customer is ordering, right? It's straightforward, pretty simple for you. There's that 30 to 40% difference because you may have accumulated 4,000 SP and 20 active customers, thus giving you that extra 10% kicker, right, as a bonus. Now, what if you introduce this business? You have a tremendous story and background like Lisa. You shared this with someone and they're interested and they're starting off as a planner. Well, as a planner, if they introduce this or they sell the product to a customer and they decide to make a purchase, then you're going to make the difference. The difference between a planner and a senior manager is 20%. So you're earning that 20% and you have unlimited amount of senior management commission open group as well. Now, the other scenario is what if you introduce someone that maybe they wanted to bypass planner, they didn't have enough or didn't feel comfortable starting as a senior manager. So they purchased, or accumulated up to 3,000 points, giving them the rank of manager. Manager rank gives you 20%. So the difference between 20 and 30% as a senior manager is that 10%. Now, you also see that, well, what happens if I unlock my unilevel, which means I accumulate 1,000 SP and have 10 active customers? Well, that would unlock the 5% first level, second level, and then it gets to 3% for the third and fourth level for your unilevel. So with that being said, these are the kind of the breakdown and compensation pay scenarios that you would face at the rank of senior manager. And from there, I really want to press this upon everyone here that without a plan, you're just guessing, right? You're just delaying your dreams. Everyone has an idea of success. Everyone has an idea of what that end goal looks like, but you got to have a roadmap for it. And you have to have some mentors. You have to have some leaders. Most importantly, you got to have a system. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. Now, that pretty much concludes my portion here. I want to introduce this next person. This next person needs no introduction, all right? He's a Riman household name. You've seen him on stage. He's electrifying. I'm so glad and fortunate that when I was invited to speak tonight, that I was not going after him because this is a tough guy to follow. If you want to see a master at work and you want to borrow 10,000 hours, this is going to be the guy you want to listen to. Okay, he's going to cover the team leader portion. His name is Director Jermaine Johnson.
Thank you, Brother Andy. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Look here, phenomenal. Look, everybody put some love in the chat for Andy, Linda, and Christy, of course. I mean, phenomenal presentations and all of those types of things. And look, I'm just going to jump right into it. And let me see if I can get this correctly. Thank you, Andy, for those warm, kind words. But let me back it up. Andy did not really say how much of a legend he truly is in the industry, but he is, y'all. Linda didn't say, because she has such great humility, that she has actually in this business, I believe on record, signed up about 30 or so estheticians, med spas. She is killing the game with this. And then Christy is just a social media mogul. And really, y'all, so y'all got three of the best already. So I am in the company of greatness, but thank you for those words, Andy. For all of you on the line, look here. As Andy was alluding to, and some of the things that he couldn't say, let me tell you, This is a high margin wholesale distribution model. It is not your grandmother's network marketing company. Can we set the table here? It's very disruptive and different. And that's why it's attracting so many types of people. That's why we have people. I see you, Sherry. I see you, Trey. Some very prominent social media influencers are on this call tonight because you're seeing it and others are seeing it. And so we want to thank you for showing up tonight. Applaud yourself. You are definitely in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And I'm Jermaine Johnson. I'm just your friend, in the words of John Maxwell. Is that all right? I'm your friend, but so excited for you. But look here, team leader is really what I like to say. Look, a lot of people don't run for a goal because they don't know what a goal looks like. So Andy already showed it to you. Senior manager, senior manager, senior manager, right? Because if you build on that, everything else is going to flow. So I don't want to complicate it. I don't do complicated. I can't do complicated. I like to break it down to its lowest common denominator. There is nothing complicated about Jermaine Johnson. See, that's what my wife will say. Look here. But actually, on behalf of my beautiful wife, she was one of the first cover girls for the company. That's her on the first brochure. You'll get to meet her at convention. And so the man that's going to follow me is going to talk more about that. But my job is to simply lay it out. Team leader. And team leader is where you really want to get to. And it's a if you want to earn a full-time income on a part-time basis, you want to go team leader. If you want to eradicate debt, you want to go team leader. If you one day want to go fire your boss, you want to go team leader. Is that all right? Team leader is where you want to get to. And the game plan, why team leader? It is the first leadership rank within the Riman community. So you need to make this a destination on the roadmap to success. And as well, what's in it for you? Because a team leader is when you begin to get 40% rebate. Now, hold on, guys. I know real estate. I know insurance. Look, 40% is huge, but you begin to get 40% rebate on your personal orders, but it doesn't stop there. These are the qualifications. 50,000 SP in the 5 most recent calendar months, as well as you having at least 3 senior managers in 3 separate legs. And Andy already showed it to you. So what you want to do is you want to set a goal date for team leader and an achievement date. But I think tonight is so pivotal going into the month of July as we're running to the next convention. So we got about 31 days. So I'm going to turn it up on you because any of you can make a decision to get it done. I'm going to digress here. Scientists studied the bumblebee and they said they couldn't understand why it flew so far and so fast because it had a heavy bottom and small wings. And they studied the bumblebee for 2 years and they came back with the most logical conclusion that a bumblebee can fly so far and so fast because nobody ever told him that he couldn't. So guess what? Anybody on this line, I don't care who you are, you can get team leader done before we all show up in Las Vegas. So you got 31 days. I know it says 5 months, but I'm going to show you why you want to go team leader and you want to do it now. But look here, honestly, I'm going to tell you this too. I'm going to give you an insider trading tip because I've been in this industry for 35 years. 1, it's going to take you to make a decision. Y'all write that down. 2, it's going to take you to get excited. Nothing happens in life, Tim, unless you get excited. One day, your mama and daddy, they got excited and they got together. And guess what? They made you. You got to get excited, guys. So this is how it is. Team leader qualifications, 10,000 SP, sales points within 5 months, or 50,000 SP anytime in 5 months, as I've already told you, then 3 senior managers. But I'm going to, write this down. Get 10 and get in. Help 10 and get in. Now, your total group, see, this is what's so powerful about this because it isn't just you. It's you, it's your personal orders, your customer orders, and then your team's production as well as this point. So this is what's powerful. And then to maintain it, you always want to maintain 5 active customers. That releases your commission. This is why this company, I've been here since 18 days after it started in the United States, is so different and disruptive, right? Because this is what's powerful. Look, we're so good, we don't even have a mandatory auto ship. This is insane. I love this company and what we're doing to create a legacy here. So your team leader commission, guys, 40% base. Then 3-generation leadership check match. Hold on. This is where you find people that can be better than you. If you're a social influencer, find other influencers. If you're here in a beauty shop or you're a beautician, find other beauticians that want to use the product. If you're here, in the words of my friend Les Brown, if you're just hungry, find 10 other people that are hungry too. Is that all right? I'm just saying, find people. Because right now, if you don't know, 7 out of 10 people a day are living paycheck to paycheck. If there were no better time to tell people about this opportunity, it would be right now. Then, as Andy alluded to, guys, you get an additional 5% when you have 20 customers and 2,000 SP, then an additional 10% when you have 40 customers and 40,000 SP. So this is huge. But just to give you a visual, let's say you're a team leader. Woo! If you're going team leader before we get to Las Vegas, August 6th or 7th, put a 1 in the chat. Now, let's say you're a team leader. Let's say you have a customer. Customer buys a product. Guess what? Woo! Look, they get customer rewards, but guess what? You get 40%. Hey, team leader, I dare you. Get to team leader, do 10 customers a month over the next year, and let's say they're averaging a couple of $100 per month. Oh, can everybody say ching ching? Understand. But let's say let's say you're a planner. Planner orders product, right? Planner sells product. They share, whatever y'all want to say, sell or share. I don't want to get caught up in the semantics. Look here. Let's say that they get their 10%, you get 30%. Oh, how many planners do you want on your team? Let's say you have a manager on your team. They get their 20%. Who gets the difference between you and the manager because you're the team leader? You get 20%. Senior manager, they get their 30%. You get 10% between you and them. And I didn't even go into the open group commission for team leaders. Andy already told you about the unilevel breakdown. It just gets better and better, but you want to get to team leader, and you do not have to do it in 5 months. You don't have to wait 4. You don't have to wait 3. You don't have to wait 2. All it takes is a decision to get it done. So all it is, find 10 people. Now on the graph here, we said 9. Find 9, help them go senior manager, as Andy so eloquently showed you. What is a senior manager? When they have their 6,000. So do the math, 9 people this month helping them go senior manager. Hello, team leader, congratulations. But I like to say 10. Right? Why not get 10? Because you always have one and life gets in the way. We understand that. But look here, all it is, very simple, is the duplication of senior managers is the fastest way to become a team leader. And what I added in, because some people will say, well, why do I want to do it this month? Because you don't want to miss out on getting to this event. When we get to Vegas, this event is the team leader night and party. Do you see the DJ there? Do you see the people in their gowns and all dressed up? And you gotta be a team leader, and the food is flowing and the drinks are flowing. Doesn't matter what type of drink, non-alcoholic. Look, I'm not getting caught in that. Look here, I'm just telling you, you don't want to miss out on qualifying to get to the team leader night, because it's amazing. You want to make sure you qualify and you want to get it done. So with that said, guys, look here. I'm going to get out of the way because this gentleman is going to wrap this thing up, tie it in a bow. Look here. He and his business partner, Chris Kim, was our first national directors in the entire company. He is the legend in this industry. He's forgotten more than I'll ever know. Guys, understand, he knows 100% of the facts of this industry, loves to have fun, loves to help people, but making boatloads of money too. Actually, he's making shiploads. Make sure you say the P, shiploads. I said ship, I didn't cuss. Look here, but I want to introduce the one and only, he is him. He is Tim Her.
My God, Jermaine, you got me pumped up. We're having so much fun tonight. What a call so far. I can't even believe I'm on this thing. I'm like, man, I'm glad I jumped on. Now I got to try to say some things that might make sense, but I'm just so excited. I love the close of the month right now, right? It's like the end of the month, and there's all this excitement right now, and there's so many great things that are happening. I'm just like, oh, it's kind of like Christmas, right? Like I'm a big Christmas guy. Like I like to open up Christmas presents. Like today is like opening up Christmas presents day. Like we are going having so much fun today. So this is a great time right now to be in Riman. I mean, it's with the convention right around the corner. Everybody's excited about the convention in August. I mean, it's going to be wild. I love what Jermaine was talking about, being at that team leader dinner. I mean, there's so many people right now that are going to decide today, hey, I'm going to go team leader, right? And I'm going to make it happen no matter what. So it's going to be fun to see those commitments. Real briefly, I'm just going to go through this real fast here. I want to make sure we're done here really fast, like on time, obviously here. And the first thing is today, we're going to, my responsibility is to talk about commitment to action. And basically, you got to make a commitment, right? I think everybody would agree with that. Nothing happens right without a commitment. You got to decide, hey, look, that I'm going to make it happen. You got to decide, hey, this is my time to make it happen. I'm going to step up. I'm going to get the job done. When you make that type of commitment, that's how greatness happens. I mean, it's everybody kind of knows that, right? When you make that decision and say, hey, I'm going to the top. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to be a success in Riman, right? And when you make that type of decision and that type of commitment, that's how everything great happens. So real quickly here, the commitment action is very simple, right? It's basically schedule your 2K pop-ups. I love the fact that we have this K pop-up system because this is so duplicatable. It's so duplicatable and so simple. Like everybody knows people with skin. So easy to find people with skin, right? So all we got to do is guess what? Find some people with some skin. Okay. And I always tell people ask me like, what do we do? What is it that I do? I find people to talk to and I talk to them, right? And the best way to do that is in an environment like a living room where you do a K pop-up, right? So you want to have your first date for your first K pop-up. And sometimes you'll have people work with sometimes with people and they're like, hey man, I want to schedule mine out like a ways out. And I'm like, well, what happens is if you take a week to do a pop-up, this is what my mentor told me. He says, Tim, if you take a week to do your pop-up and then the people that they bring in, it's going to take them a week to do it. And then the people that they bring in, it's going to take them a week. You're going to build a real weak organization. They said, what you want to do is you want to have something called speed and exposure. And I was like, what is that? They said, you want to have the, make a decision to do it right away. So right when you get started, what I teach and what our organization teaches is to beat your box, right? To have your pop-up before your box of products comes, right? You want to beat your box of products, right? Beat your pop-up, like have a pop-up before your box of products comes, right? It's called beating your box. And you want to schedule your pop-up as soon as possible, right? When you get started, beat your box, have it happen before your products comes, because your people that you are introducing to Riman, they're going to see that. They're going to be like, whoa, you know what? That's what I need to do too. And then what happens, you start duplicating a culture of everybody beating their box, right? Where they're scheduling pop-ups before the products even come, right? And so you want to schedule your first date, second date, and then obviously you want to make a list. Everybody knows, right? When you first get started, everybody tells everybody all the time, got to make a list, got to make a list, got to make a list. Once you make a list, it's going to give you a lot more posture, right? You're going to have a lot more posture, a lot more confidence, because why? Why? Because when you look at all those names on a piece of paper, and my mentor told me make a list of 100 people. So guess what I did? Right? I made a list of 100 people. Okay. And I just simply follow directions real well. I'm one of those, and women are a lot smarter than guys are about this, right? When we buy stuff, some of you guys know IKEA. Some of you don't know what I'm talking about, but there's this in California, there's this place called IKEA. And when you buy stuff from IKEA, it comes in a million pieces and you got to put it all together yourself. Right. So some guys, when they get stuff from IKEA, they don't even look at the directions. They just start trying to make it themselves, right? For me, I'm the type of person, I'm just going to follow the directions because I don't like to do stuff twice, right? So when I got into this industry, I just followed directions real well, right? They said make a list of 100. I just made a list of 100, right? And that's really something that's very important for everybody to realize, that if you help people get started correctly by making that list, your organization is going to perpetuate much faster, right? Now, obviously, everybody knows you want to create your product story and your business story, right? You want to create a product story. we make the products of the superstar at Riman. Make no mistake about it. Everybody knows that, right? We want to put the products on our face, take before and afters. It's all about obviously, creating that success story. And then your orientation date, next one's going to be Tuesday. It's going to be Tuesday. It's going to be the next orientation date. That's going to be obviously a really exciting one as well. That's going to be that's actually July 7th, right? Is going to be the next orientation. This Thursday, we have a special presentation at 6 p.m. You're going to want to take advantage of. First training date, obviously, and then our first convention. Everybody knows August 7th, 8th, and 9th. We're all going to be in Las Vegas. So it's all about it's all about a commitment action. I think everybody by now can see clearly, right? We want to make a commitment. We want to take action because that's how it happens right now. When people get started, obviously they want to get their starter sets. First thing that you do, right, is get your starter sets. And the best way to do it, these are the 3 different starter sets. The most popular one by far is obviously the premium set. Everybody loves that one because it comes with the most amount of free products. It's the best bargain. And when you get that starter set, what happens is that 1500 SP is going to count towards your 1500 SP, is going to count towards your personal volume for you unlocking, number 1, your unilevel. And number 2, guess what? Right? It's going to go towards your manager and senior manager qualification. Right? So a lot of people, when they get started, will set themselves up with a premium set. When I got started, I got 4 of them, right? And I was the first weekend, they were already gone. I was like, I need more products. You know what I mean? Like it was just, let's go, right? It was let's make it happen. The other popular one is the Starter Kit Plus. It comes with 1,000 SP, enough obviously for you to unlock your unilevel. So people love getting that set as well. The Starter Kit Signature Starter Line, the 300-point set, that's more for customers. It's not really, you don't really have enough products to really build your business there because you're not going to be able to you're going to have products for your own consumption. It's hard to demonstrate a product, right? If you don't have multiple ones of it, right? So most people, when they get started, they get obviously the Starter Kit Premium. Some people get the Plus. And and don't feel bad. Like if you get started with the starter kit, the signature starter line set, it's not like we're not going to let you participate in calls where we're still going to treat everybody the same. If somebody wants to get started and not buy products, I always encourage them not to get started because they're gonna set themselves up for failure, right? I mean, the products are the superstar here. Everybody knows that. You got to have the products. I mean, in my opinion, you cannot build a business without products. It's like buying a vending machine and not putting any chips in it, right? That's just silly. Okay. You want to make sure you obviously have chips in your vending machine. Okay. So let's talk about this are the Canadian ones. Everybody's excited in Canada right now. Everybody loves the products in Canada. Canada's one of our greatest markets in the world mainly for the amount of people that are in that country. They love our products so much and they love sharing it. Just great people in Canada. And they love getting their starter sets as well. Now, this is my before and after, right? So you can see on the left, you know what I mean? I mean, on the right, I'm still looking bad, but on the left, I was looking double bad, right? I mean, it's, the products absolutely changed my face, right? And I love the products. We have tons of different before and after pictures. You can see everybody that loves, everybody that tries the products, they create these before and after pictures. It makes it very easy for them to share their before and after pictures, right? And as a result of that, people want to become customers. They want to try the product out too as well. And that's all we do, right? Is change your face, change your finances. It's super simple, right? Put the product on your face, and then guess what? Bam, start glowing, right? And then let everybody else see it too as well. So I love the fact that our products work so well. I mean, that's literally the reason why we're having so much explosion and growth is the fact that the products just absolutely do the heavy lifting for it, right? If you can find skin, I'm looking for wrinkles, right? I'm looking for a wrinkle everywhere I go. You know what I mean? I always say, man, you can tell the people that don't know, right? They don't know about Riman. Because if you don't glow, then you don't know, right? We got to make sure we're putting the products on people's faces, let them experience it, use the products, talk about the products, and demo the products, right? It's use, talk, demo, right? It's use, talk, demo. That's what we're doing, and it works every single time, right? That we just share. So we talked about the support system earlier, right? You want to make sure you're plugged in as well. Some events that we've got coming up tomorrow, everybody knows is going to be July 1st, the monthly rundown call. Some exciting announcements are going to be happening on that call. Everybody's going to be on that call tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific. The Zoom information is there, 926-1733. 4893. If you're on your cell phone right now, you want to go ahead and screenshot that so you have that information. Linda Hernandez, you heard from tonight, and Abigail Meister are going to be doing a special opportunity presentation on July 2nd at 6 p.m. If you're in Southern California, everybody knows, right? We're all plugged into the Riman University. This week's going to be the Science of Promoting. We've got a very special training this Thursday, Science of Promoting. Everybody's excited about that one. So if you got people in Southern California, it's a great place to start building your group as well. If you know people in Southern California, get them plugged into the Riman University system. That's how everybody obviously is experiencing massive success in that marketplace. So real quickly, just a couple announcements, and then we're going to wrap up today. Everybody knows 7th, 8th, and 9th, we're all going to be together, obviously in Las Vegas. And the biggest thing about that is tonight is the last time to be able to get the discounted tickets. The discount ticket in tonight. So what that means is July 1st, the new ticket pricing begins. So you want to go ahead right now, if you can, there, screenshot that and make sure you get that QR code and get your tickets bought right now. If you haven't yet, definitely want to get your tickets bought for that event. We're all going to be in Las Vegas. Faster you buy your tickets, the quicker your group's going to grow because people are going to see your commitment. Tonight at midnight Pacific is the last chance to get the discounted tickets. So we're going, everybody's excited about that. Then we got the team leader and hire promotion. This is really helping brand new people get started faster because every team leader right now is just looking for people that want to launch their business, right? When the team leaders are running, right, it's kind of like as the sea rises, all the boats rise with it, right? This promotion has really drove a lot of brand new success stories because the team leaders are running for these bonuses. As a result of that, the new people are getting started and the team leaders are like, hey, let me help you get off to a fast start. And it's duplicating the business faster. June, we have the new manager, senior manager promotion. This bag, this kind of looks like the Trader Joe's bag, right? I don't know if any of you know about Trader Joe's. If you're in California, you do. A couple months ago, they dropped these bags in California, the Trader Joe ones, and like there was people fighting in the parking lot at Trader Joe's to get one of these Trader Joe bags. You don't have to fight in the parking lot to get one of these Riman bags. All you got to do is hit manager, senior manager this month, and you're going to qualify for the bag. You don't have to fight anybody in the parking lot. So that is obviously good, right? And we're growing right now like wildfire through a dry brush field. We got a launch event today going on in Peru. We had an event in Chile. They did a launch event in Colombia. They did a launch event in Italy and Spain. Everybody right now around the world, if you got skin, we're going to get you taken care of, right? You don't have to look like that forever. You know, when I would look in the mirror, I remember going like, dang, man, I'm Caucasian, right? You know what I mean? And people know Caucasian people have this like the thinnest epidermis, right? So, I just looked in the mirror and I aged so fast, right? I call it, is basically like that. I call it, aging at the speed of light, right? I was just like getting so old so fast. I was like so bummed out about it. I'm like, dang, man, what happened? Why does it look like I just jumped into a time machine and I fast forwarded 20 years? Just one day I looked in the mirror and I was like, dang, dude, where'd all those wrinkles come from, Tim? And I was like, man. Now, once I started using the products, I fell in love with the products, and the same thing's happening for everybody, right? I mean, it's everybody right now is falling in love with the products. It's so amazing to see people just falling in love with the products, and we have a schedule in place to teach you how to do it. It's going to start though right now, obviously, tonight by making a decision, saying, hey, look, this is my time, this is my chance, right? I'm going to make it happen. When you have a situation right now like Riman's giving you and I to be able to participate, right, in a better quality of lifestyle, all we've got to do is open up our mouths, right? You and I both know, right? Our lips are paid for, right? All we got to do is flap them, right? Just start flapping your lips, talking to people, sharing it, right? It's so amazing. People, I always tell people, my older son, right, when he's like 28, right, my oldest, and I remember when he was a little kid, there was a show called Barney on, right? I don't know if you guys ever saw Barney, the purple dinosaur, in fact, right? And Barney would always talk about daring. And I was like, dang, man, at that time in my life, I was in direct sales. I thought, man, Barney would be very successful, right? So all we got to do is share, right? We just got to open up our mouth and share, care enough about people to share with them the Riman opportunity, share with them the Riman products, and greatness is right around the corner for you, right? So everybody right now is on fire with Riman. This is going to be an amazing, obviously, we still have time left this month. If you haven't got a starter set, get your starter sets now, right? Get your products in today. Unlock your unilevel. If you haven't yet, get that done, right? Anybody that unlocks your unilevel today, you're getting double the travel points for the month. If you get 2,000 in volume, you get triple the travel. Just giving them like triple travel points. I love that, right? Because we're all going to go to the Bahamas together. So the excitement level's at an all-time high, and you couldn't be in a better place at a better time. But once again, right, being in the right place at the right time is never enough. We got to do something about it, right? So it's super simple. Let's go out there and talk to people right now like never before. We got a great call tomorrow with a rundown. We got a great call on Thursday with Linda Hernandez and Abigail Meister going to be sharing the Riman opportunity. This moment in time is never going to be recreated again. So congratulations for being in the right place, the right time, and congratulations for taking action. We'll see you guys all in the call tomorrow, the rundown. I can't wait to find out what's going on. Thanks to all the speakers. We had so much fun tonight. Let's make it happen, everybody. Talk to you real soon.